Hi class, and today I'll be making a video on how to make homemade ice cream and the chemistry behind making the ice cream. We are going to start this process off by making the homemade ice cream, and I will be explaining the process and how it relates to chemistry. While making the homemade ice cream, there's different possible ways that the ice cream can come out using different ingredients or different ways to make the ice cream. Let me explain how this process is going to work. So we'll take one small bag and one large bag. Make sure they're resealable bags. And we're going to put all the ingredients to make ice cream in the small bag. And in the large bag, we'll put the ingredients to cool down the ice cream or freeze the ice cream. We are going to start off with room temperature to cool ingredients, and we're going to freeze them naturally through a process. Here are 3 questions that you should be thinking about while I'm making the ice cream. Question number 1, how did the ingredients change during the process? Question number 2, how important do you think they get cooled to a certain temperature? And the last and final 3rd question, what are the steps to this process? The materials that you'll be needing to make homemade ice cream are 1 cup of half and half, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a half a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 3 cups of ice, 1/3 cup of kosher salt, and if you want to add any other extra toppings to your ice cream when you're done, you can. Now I'll be explaining all the steps to make homemade ice cream. Step 1. In a small resealable plastic bag, combine half and half sugar and vanilla. Push all the excess air out of the bag before you seal. Step 2. Into the large resealable plastic bag, combine ice and salt. Place the small bag inside the larger bag. Shake well for 7 to 10 minutes until the ice cream has hardened. After you're done with all of that, the 3rd and final step of this process is to remove the finished product of the little bag out of the large bag. And then you could put any toppings you want, like I said, either Oreos or sprinkles or whatever you want. Now I will be showing you how to make the ice cream and what the process entails. So now I'm going to be starting the process of making the actual ice cream. You will need to gather all the materials that I listed before and prep for all the steps that are to come. In the smaller Ziploc bag, you will need to put half and half sugar and the vanilla extract in the bag. To begin this process, we're going to add 1 cup of half and half. Place the 1 cup half and half into the smaller bag. Now you need to get a 2 tablespoon measurement and scoop 2 tablespoons of sugar. Once again, you need to add the sugar into the bag and kind of give it a mix with the half and half. After that step, you need to grab your vanilla extract and a half a teaspoon. Once you have it measured out, you need to dump it into your small bag. After you're done with that step, you need to seal the bag and let all the air out from it. After you've done that, mix it all together for a little bit, and then you're ready to move on to the next step. Once you're done with the small bag, you need to take your large bag and open it and fill it up with 3 cups of ice. When you are done pouring the ice in the bag, you need to take your kosher salt and add it 1/3 of a cup to a container and pour it into your ice. After you pour in the salt, you want to make sure you give your bag a little shake to mix the ice and salt together. When you're done pouring the ice and salt into the bag, you need to open the large bag and put your smaller bag into it. Seal the large bag up, and you need to shake for 7 to 10 minutes. So as you can see, now I am starting the process of shaking the ice cream for 7 to 10 minutes, and approximately I shaked about 8 minutes, and it turned out very well. After you're done shaking for at least 7 to 10 minutes, take the bag, open it up, and take the small bag out of it. Shake it off and dry it off with a towel. After you've done drying it, your ice cream should be ready to go. If you want to add any toppings, this is now your time to add any toppings. But for now, you're ready to eat your ice cream. So now that I'm done making the ice cream, I want to explain how it went and also the chemistry part of the video. The ice cream turned out very well, and it was successful overall. But I did have one thing: when I was shaking the bag, it got really cold, so I had to put on gloves, which this is really helpful to block the coldness of your hands, because you have to shake it for a long period of time. Now the chemistry part behind making ice cream is really focusing on the salt and the ice part of it. The salt plays a major role in making ice cream. Once the salt is mixed with the ice cubes, it helps melt the ice cubes faster and also makes them cooler to freeze ice cream. This is a method that they use on icy roads. They pour salt on the ice, and it helps melt faster and more efficient. Condensation also has a play in making ice cream. Once the salt and ice form, it creates condensation on the outside of the bag. Also, the more cream or half and half you add to your ice cream, it will make it creamier and more thicker. Also, different salts will affect the outcomes of the ice creams. Overall, I hope this better educate you on how to make ice cream and the chemistry behind making ice cream.